The Canada Post strike continues. It affects 55,000 workers, and it began late last month in response to the federal government. It's in response to the federal government attempting to reform the service. Empty mailboxes mean no envelopes from charities asking for donations in this upcoming giving season. And that's one way the Regina Food Bank reaches donors. John Bailey is the CEO, and he joins me now. Good morning, John.
Thanks for having me this morning.
You're very welcome. So, John, what would the Regina Food Bank usually be doing at this time of year for donations?
Well, right now we're in our heavy sort of mail-out period. So we'll be in what we call in market pretty much straight from October through to the end of December. And it's where we see our biggest sort of influx of donations because it sort of ties together Thanksgiving through the fall and then, of course, into the holiday season. So it's a busy period of time for us.
And last November, there was a stoppage in postal, mail, everything coming in through Canada Post. How did that affect your operations?
Well, quite significantly, actually. When we look back at the numbers, that sort of November to sort of mid-December stoppage actually cost us about $125,000 in revenue just for that 1 month alone. So when we look at this potentially dragging on through 3 busy months, that has a pretty significant multiplier on the potential impact to our organization.
How do you respond to that? How do you prepare for that potential drop in those donations?
Well, there's a handful of ways we're trying to mitigate against it. One is just trying to make folks aware that the mail is an effective means for a lot of folks, but we can also do online giving, that type of thing, come down to food bank to drop off stuff. And the same goes for other charities. I think the most important thing is that just because the mail stops doesn't mean the need stops. So trying to really encourage folks to find different ways to donate it, but also making it as easy as possible for them to donate. And that includes, at least for our food bank, when you donate online, you get your receipt within 5 minutes. So you're also not waiting in the mail for that tax receipt come CRA time in early in next year.
What do you know roughly a percentage of how many donations you get in the year through the mail versus online, as you say, or people just coming in and dropping things off?
Yeah, so when we look at it percentage-wise, we're probably close to 35-40% of every donation we get comes through the mail, and that's large checks, that's small checks, that's everything in between. But a huge number of those come through, and then of that, the majority of those do come in sort of this 3-month period from October to November. So again, for us, it's a critical point in time, and that's why it's really important that folks, if they can see their way through and to supporting us, we want to make sure we're making it available to them whatever way we can.
We think about the food bank and we think about donations. People are probably thinking about food and not money, but this is a huge part of your operations to be able to continue to provide for the city.
Yeah, food's critical to us, and so there's no 2 ways around that. What the money allows us to do is actually allows us to purchase the food we need when we need it, and also we're a professional organization. We have to pay drivers and folks who work the window and all those types of things. So we're really conscious of making sure we're stretching the dollar. So food, yes, is an incredibly important part of what we do, but we also need to make sure we keep the lights on. And as part of that, we want to make sure that at least 90 cents, we try to average between 90 and 92 cents of every dollar donated going directly to getting people fed. So when that money dries up, that's 92 cents of every dollar that we don't receive is 92 cents that we can't put towards getting somebody some food in their hands.
What is the need right now for food in the city?
Well, it's a bit of a broken record at this point, but the need is greater than it's ever been. I mean, over the past 5 or 6 years, we're seeing 23% compounding growth. So in real numbers, that means we went from serving just over 8,500 people in our community in 2019 to this last year, we were almost up to 23,000 folks in our community using our services. So the need continues to increase, and that's not a great thing. And we certainly don't want to celebrate that piece, but we also can take some pride in that our community is showing up and supporting us, and pride in the work that our team does every day to innovate and get better quality food to folks in greater and greater numbers every day.